news tonight. Reducing housing deficit. President Buhari inaugurates Zuba Housing Estate in the FCT. Impressive turnout of students as third-term academic session begins in the FCT. And Asthma Care for All takes center stage as the world marks Asthma Day.
Many thanks for joining us on the news at 7 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Mariam George Jitbo. 748 more units have been added to Nigeria's national housing stock in furtherance of sustained efforts at reducing housing deficit in the country. This followed the inauguration of Zuba Housing Estate in the FCT, constructed by the Federal Housing Authority. President Muhammadu Buhari, who performed the ceremony, said the promise of change by his administration has been fulfilled for the beneficiaries. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu has the details.
Built on 18.5 hectares of land, the 9.5 billion naira Zuba Housing Estate, provided with critical infrastructure, consists of 75 blocks of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom flats. President Muhammadu Buhari, who presented keys to some of the beneficiaries, including a school teacher, farmer, and a physically challenged, takes pride in the fact that his administration's commitment to lifting people out of poverty bears another fruit.
Housing supply is one of the indices of multi-dimensional poverty that challenges our people, and the completion of this estate provides solution for the beneficiaries. The new homeowners who benefit from this estate have taken a step up on the ladder of prosperity and away from poverty.
He urged the beneficiaries to not only live harmoniously and peacefully together, but also work consciously with the Federal Housing Authority for proper maintenance of the estate so that its asset value can be preserved and employment opportunities created for artisans and other skilled members of the society.
Of course, I am mindful that there is more to do and there are others waiting to benefit. I can only urge the Federal Housing Authority not to relent and to continue with the same zeal to deliver other projects which I am told are at various stages of construction and development across the states of Nigeria. That is another way to keep wheels of prosperity turning and enhance inclusion.
Records show that in the course of executing the project, 13,600 jobs were created along the value chain in both formal and informal sectors.
All of these people, I believe, have a good story to tell about Zuba Housing Estate. Although, Mr. President, many of them will never meet you personally, but your policies and programs have met them very personally at their points of need.
Mr. President, you take all the credit for what you see here today, meant for people who cannot afford houses in Maitama and Asokoro.
Constructed with safety, comfort, and affordability in mind, the Zuba Housing Estate also has provision for a shopping mall, places of worship, recreational area, and a primary school. In Abuja, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Now to education. Academic activities have started in earnest in both public and private schools in the FCT. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni visited schools in the FCT to ascertain the level of turnout of students on the first day of resumption of third term.
For God that saved us through the holiday for the time.
This signifies the resumption of a new term in the academic calendar for both pupils and students in the Federal Capital Territory schools. School managers say both teachers and students have been briefed on every activity concerning the term, as it is a promotional term.
Yeah, because of the too many holidays that we experienced and the lengthy second term holiday, which was very unusual. Max, it was 2 weeks before, but now we have a full 1 month. And then we also know that there are other activities that will come up this third term. So we try to compress and see how we can achieve most of what we lost in the last term, so that the children have nothing to lose at the end of the term.
Students expressed delight to be back to school and ready for various examinations, and particularly the senior secondary certificate examinations.
I was studying because I want to get promoted.
I want to achieve a goal that when I finish this school, I want to go out with a good grade.
When the teachers start giving tests and assignments, is just following them and trying to catch up, update myself.
Both school management and students are optimistic that the academic year will be a fruitful one. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
And away from education, FCT residents living along the Abuja Kefi woke up Tuesday morning to be greeted by a gridlock that made many commuters to trek a distance to work. Hawa Gimba reports.
These are residents of Mararaba Karu and Nyanya trekking from a distance after boarding motorcycles to road against traffic to get to this very spot by the Abuja barracks. Some of them speak on their ordeal.
I can't even talk. I can't even know. All I know that there is hold up coming up. All this hold up have already passed Maraba, even the Orange Market. People are trekking.
Now, seriously, it has been hectic. It's not funny at all. See people trekking all the way from Nyanya, some as far as Maraba, some as far as New Nyanya.
A broke-down truck at the Abuja barracks was discovered to have been the cause of the gridlock, which spanned several hours. The FCT DTRS, however, intervened for free flow of traffic.
Which we were here as early as 5:30 a.m. and we were able to remove the broken down truck. But before then, the traffic has started building up. But up to now, we are still on ground to control the traffic, but the truck has been removed.
Others appeal for the expansion of the narrow end of the road leading to Abuja barracks.
Train will do from the beginning of Abuja, maybe, to Secretariat. You know, quite a lot of people are coming from this side. So if we have a fast train that moves from maybe Maraba or something to maybe AY here, and that can really ease the number of cars that move out every.
Security operatives were on ground to curb any breakdown of law and order. Hawagimba, NTA News.
A new Commissioner of Police has been deployed to the FCT command. He is Commissioner of Police Haruna Garba. He's taken over as the 30th Commissioner of Police FCT, following the promotion of the immediate past CP, Sadiq Abubakar, to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police and subsequently redeployed. The new CP, Haruna Garba, while addressing senior officers at a maiden meeting, tasked them to be dutiful and intensify supervisory roles, saying his administration will be characterized by global best practices, and as well enjoined FCT residents to partner the command to strengthen service delivery. Until his redeployment to the FCT, CP Haruna Garba was the Commissioner of Police, Yobe State Command. The Federal Capital Territory Department of Development Control says no person or corporate entity is expected to put up any development in the FCT without obtaining express approval of the relevant authority. This was made known by the Director of FCT Development Control, Mukhtar Galadima, who spoke during Focus on FCT, a news program that highlights policies and programs of the FCT administration. Wayne Dogo tells us more.
The Director, FCT Department of Development Control, Mukhtar Galadima, says Abuja is a well-planned city, and such, the needed approval from the authorities in charge has to be sought before carrying out any building projects in the city.
But to get this approval, you have to follow certain processes. And these include, one, you must have valid title document. What I mean title document, that is your land possession, land ownership. And this document is always granted by the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. So when you have this document, because in the document is going to stipulate the districts you are going to put up that development and the type of land use is expected of you. So when you approach the department, we are going to give you the relevant guidelines. Now, in the spirit of the ease of doing business, we're trying to put up these guidelines in our website so that wherever you are, you can access it and look at what you are expected to as regards to getting building plans approval.
Mukhtar Galadima reiterates that structures that distort the Abuja master plan will be pulled down. He thereby advised residents to build with caution and be mindful of where they acquire land or obtain a house. In Abuja, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
Director General of the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, says the agency has not banned the importation of Indomie into the country. The NAFDAC boss told our correspondent, Hamman Jabani, this in an exclusive interview.
With the news making the rounds in some dailies, NTA News sought to find out the true picture of things concerning the ban on the importation of Indomie, where the Director General of NAFDAC recalled that years back, Nigeria had prohibited the importation of Indomie noodles to allow the growth of indigenous industries.
NAFDAC did not ban Indomie. Nigeria government put an importation ban on Indomie many years ago to encourage local manufacturers. And local manufacturers have been registered to produce Indomie. So we have safe Indomie in the country. It has nothing to do with the Taiwan and Indonesia and Malaysia Indomie. I hope that is understood. Please let that be disseminated, that there was no ban or there is no ban on Indomie at all by NAFDAC. The importation prohibition list has been there for many years.
On the killer cough syrup, Nurture Call, that has reportedly killed some children in Cameroon, the NAFDAC boss said,
the killer cough syrup is not in Nigeria. We have looked through our markets. It's not in Nigeria, and people do not need to worry about that because our post-marketing surveillance is heightened. Our borders and ports are also heightened.
The agency, she said, will continue to do everything within its powers to safeguard lives and fight against fake and counterfeit products in the country. Hamban Jabani, NTA News.
Global attention today is focused on asthma, a respiratory condition which affects the lungs, causing difficulty in breathing and can lead to death if not properly managed. Hakimat Aliyu tells us more as 2023 World Asthma Day is observed.
Asthma is a major non-communicable chronic disease which is hereditary. According to the World Health Organization, it is a long-term condition, most common with low and middle-income countries. It cannot be cured, but good management with medications can control the disease and enable people with asthma to enjoy a normal, active life. Experts highlight asthma symptoms as cough, wheezing, shortness of breath, and chest tightness. Statistically, World Health Organization states that asthma affected an estimated 262 million people in 2019 and caused 455,000 deaths. World Asthma Day is marked every second Tuesday in May to raise awareness about the disease. The theme for the 2023 observance is Asthma Care for All, being advocated by the Global Initiative for Asthma. Celebrating 30 years of the initiative, it calls on the international respiratory communities to work together with colleagues, patients and healthcare providers to promote the development and implementation of effective asthma management in all countries.
Brekete times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
Ya za ku ji idan aka waye gari
babu kasar nan, sai hargitsi, zub da jini da kuma yaki a cikin kasar. Ina dole ne mu tashi tsaye don kare kasar mu. Mu koyi warware matsalolinmu ta hanyar tattaunawa, mu taimaka wa jami'an tsaronmu don ganin kasarmu ta kasance a dunkule, dukkanmu ɗaya ne. Mu jinjina wa gwamnatin tarayya don ƙoƙarin da take yi don ganin mun kasance kasa ɗaya, al'umma ɗaya. Najeriya kasa ta ce, ƙasar ku ce, kuma ƙasar mu ce. Mu dage don ganin mun kasance kasa ɗaya, al'umma ɗaya. Kasancewarmu kasa ɗaya shine zai jawo kwanciyar hankali da kuma abin sha'awa ga duniya. Mu guji abin da zai jawo zubar da jini, yaki da kuma tashin hankali a Najeriya. Kwanciyar hankalinmu shine ci gaban tattalin arzikin Najeriya.
Next is Sports Brief.
The Nigerian Football Federation, in a letter sent to all the participating teams, revealed that the round of 16 of the Women's Cup will now hold on Wednesday, 10th May across different venues as opposed to the earlier announced date. Daniels ladies had been involved in an accident which led to the team informing the NFF of their team to continue with participation in the tournament. Still on football, the Nigerian Football Federation has released the venues and time for all the round of 32 of the Men's 2023 Federation Cup. The dates and venues contained in a letter sent to all the participating teams showed that it has now been postponed by a week to accommodate outstanding fixture between Rivers United and Eyimba International. Due to their prior engagement in the CAF Confederation Cup, Rivers United had their round of 64 tie against Eyimba rescheduled. In athletics, Team Nigeria has made giant strides in the city of Ndola, Zambia, venue of the ongoing 2023 Africa Under-18 and Under-20 Athletics Championships, winning 12 medals on the second day of the competition. Nigerian athletes won 5 gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze to take the medals haul to 7 gold, 5 silver and 5 bronze. Elsewhere, the draw of the Federation International Basketball Association Olympic pre-qualifying tournament has been completed, meaning all 40 participating countries have their initial pathway towards Paris 2024 laid out. The countries listed under Africa in Group A include Senegal, Mali, Uganda, Niger Republic, among others. With Sports Brief, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
And that concludes the news in English. Do stand by for translations. Good night.
Yuzo kwa wei wonana iwo abeda kpekpe isha ndaje zuma woni ye wagoba gnai behe nkonu ayabai ko shinbe shishino nge konu asabai lolo shinta ye pezan yanu abi aba peye baya no abi be hwibajin ko huzei nsu naye ala jezebe aye pezan ba peye tayya nanu akinzinda Hadiza Godwin wale shiba wagnage ayekpe zan azazanya bedenu ayakpe mbate jin agomnati yan bedenu agomnata yen nanu akinzina peje tayya la guya naye nanu akinzina aba nuami kwelo sheba wagnage abiye la kumbe boye nubugba fwin bayin ngage ba jeje zebe ba bache namona nanelo da yekpe zan bo peje tayya alukna nu agba bobayin baiche aba gajenu shi gambie Sadiq Abubakar abwa mwamwa lo nu abie busibi tntiya gambie wei nge commissioner Haruna Garba nung abe che nanung kin zin wola ya tnu na ye woni jin oza shi tai wo tulo chimpe ye koyin we ku se ase no azad na gban aje wo gnabage balawe na boye no atun jimba ntigana wo gwamnati ko taye no wate wen ku gna atin bida nge balabwa na do we ba jin no ntigana ye ehun gban ka kala ta mi wa hwan ba gna bi peje nbanu jin tuntun baika yajiwe bedonu ashigbeyin professor Mojisola Adeyeye waganga ye peje to gna nge ate jin yido mi beche e gna ko pelo nu apabui gbeyun hama Japani wona lesheba we be na bedai waganga gna bie we dade no sa nu abeyin anyawo abeyanya che wen ganga ye yidomi yi yi nanu ekinzin ne ajun koyano teacher no ba no ko to lo ko ba bwa oza nwaji yidemie onkoyin maje ye atazun yapunu ntuko ashanzun mbwa de ashanzun saisu.
Assalamu alaikum masu kallo da sauraron mu ga fassarar labaran mu ne a takeice mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Bayan tafiya hutun zangon karatu na biyu yanzu haka an dawo daga hutun za a fara karatun zangon karatu na uku wato third term inda tuni makarantun gwamnati da na kuɗi suka dawo aiki harkokin karatu suka fara kankama. Wakilin Hadiza Godin Ibn ta rawaito mana cewa hukumomin makarantun sun sanar da malamai da ɗalibai dangane da harkokin karatun zangon wanda shine na uku ake wanda kuma ake rubuta jarabawar shiga wani sabon aji na gaba. Birnin tarayya Abuja ya sami sabon kwamishinan 'yan sanda Haruna Garba a matsayin kwamishinan 'yan sanda na Abuja na 30. An naɗa sabon kwamishinan ne biyo bayan ƙarin girma da tsohon kwamishinan Abuja Sadiq Abubakar ya samu zuwa mataimakin kwamishinan 'yan sanda. Sabon kwamishinan Haruna Garba yayin ganawa da manyan jami'an 'yan sandan rundunar Abuja ya buƙace su da su kasance masu ba da himma ga aikinsu da lura, inda ya ce gwamnatinsa za ta yi aiki na ƙwarewa irin wanda ake yi a ƙasashen da suka ci gaba a duniya. Shugabar hukumar kula da ingancin abinci da magunguna ta ƙasa NAFDAC Farfesa Mojisola Adeyeye ta ce hukumar bata haramta shigowa da taliyar Indomie cikin ƙasar nan ba kamar yadda ake yadawa a shafukan sada zumunta na zamani. Wakilin Muhammad Yabani ya kawo mana rahoto cewa shugabar ta bayyana haka ne a wata hira da ta yi da manema labarai, inda ta ce ko kaɗan batun ba haka yake ne ba, sun da ta ƙara da cewa muna da irin tamu taliyar ta Indomie ta gida. Ƙarshen labaran namu kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Nọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Ụlọ akwụkwọ gọọmenti nakwa nke na-abụghị nke gọọmenti amalitela n'uju n'isi ala anyị. Hadiza Godwin Ebune mgbe o mere njem ọrụ gaa n'ụlọ akwụkwọ dị iche iche wetara akụkọ na ndị isi ụlọ akwụkwọ kwuru na ndị nkụzi na ụmụ akwụkwọ abụrụla ndị akọwara etu ya bụ tam nke atọ ga-esi gaa. Ụmụ akwụkwọ n'aka nke ha gosipụtakwara obi ụtọ ha ma kwuo na ha adịla njikere ile ule dị iche iche ọkachasị ule WAEC. Haruna Garba bụ onye jibu ọkwa onyeisi ndị uwe ojii na steeti Yobe abụrụla onye wetara ọkwa onyeisi ndị uwe ojii n'isi ala anyị ma bụrụkwa onye nke 30 nọgoro na ya bụ ọkwa site na mbuli elu n'ọkwa mgbe onye nọburu na ya bụ ọkwa CP Sadiq Abubakar wetere ọkwa osote onyeisi ndị uwe ojii n'ala anyị. Ọ kwere nghọta na onyeisi ndị uwe ojii n'isi ala anyị CP Haruna Garba mgbe ya na ndị isi nwere nnọkọ nke mbụ gbara ha ume ka ha rụsie ọrụ ha ike ma gbakwa ndị obibi isi ala anyị ume ka ha na ndị uwe ojii jikọọ aka ọnụ lụso mpụ ọgụ n'isi ala anyị. Onyeisi n'ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka ihe oriri na ọgwụ NAFDAC n'aha ịchafụ bekee ọkammụta Mojisola Adeyeye akatọọla kepụkepụ na-efesasị ebe niile ma kwuo na ha amachibeghị isi mba ọzọ bubata Indomie na ala anyị. Ya bụ Odoziakụ kpughere nke a ye onye ọrụ anyị mgbe ọ gbara ya ajụjụ ọnụ na isi ala anyị. Igbo gere m ntị, etu a ka anyị pịachiri nke taa. Ndewo.
dédé ìwòye o, ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín látẹnu Bọ́lájí Mátì. Ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórígun mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Hadiza Godwin Ebune ròyìn wípé abala kẹta ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ìjọba gbogbo àti àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ aládàáni ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lónìí òde yìí lẹ́yìn ìsinmi gbogbo tó wáyé ní orílẹ̀-èdè. Ó yọjú sí àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan l'Àbújá. Ó jábọ̀ wípé àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àti olùkọ́ ti dé ọgbà ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ní òwúrọ̀ kùtùkùtù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní ibòmíràn ti ń bá ètò ẹ̀kọ́ lọ nínú ìyàrá ìgbẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn olùkọ́ wọn níwájú. Àwọn alámòjútó ti fi tó àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àti àwọn olùkọ́ létí bí ìdánwò yóò ṣe wáyé ní abala yìí tí wọn yóò fi bọ́ sí abala gíga. Alákòóso tuntun fún ọgbà ọlọ́pàá ìlú Àbújá ti gorí àlééfà báyìí. Alákòóso náà ni Haruna Garba. Ó gba ipò lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gá Sadiq Abubakar tó rí àgbéga lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Ọ̀gá Garba nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ sí àwọn lọ́gàlọ́gà sọ wípé kí wọ́n tún ra mú lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ torí pé ìjọba rẹ̀ yóò lo àwọn ètò tó bá tàgbáyé mu. Ó rọ gbogbo àwọn tó gbé l'Àbújá wípé kí wọ́n fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọgbà ọ̀hún kí wọ́n lè ṣiṣẹ́ bí iṣẹ́. Ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ àti egbògi ní lílò tí àdàpè rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ NAFDAC ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Mojísọ́lá Adéyẹyè sọ wípé àjọ náà kò gbégi lé kíkó ọjà oúnjẹ tí wọ́n ń pè ní Indomie wọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Amani Jabani ròyìn wípé ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Mojísọ́lá la ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mọ́lẹ̀ lásìkò tó fọ̀rọ̀ wọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu rẹ̀ lórí akitiyan àjọ náà láti rí wípé ohun gbogbo wà bí ó ti yẹ fún àǹfààní gbogbogbò. Kì í dùn kó pọ̀ ṣíun ní ọbẹ̀ òkè títí òyọ̀lá ojúmọ́ rẹ̀ ni yóò mọ̀ wá.